Okay, welcome to a first look let's play through of a brand new game. It is in early release on Steam. It's called Strategic Minds Battle of the Pacific. I have gotten about 20 hours. No, actually, let me scratch that. It's Steam. Let's see. Where is my hours at? You know what? We'll look at it later. It might actually be less than 10. But into this game, just to get the basic understanding, there is no tutorial in this game yet. It is brand spanking new. So let us start a new game. Let me make sure I do have the last game saved. We will cut screen here for a minute, and I will... Okay, sorry about that. I had to run back and save my current campaign playthrough that I was going through to learn how to play the game. But we will start a new campaign. You can only play the USA Pacific campaign currently. I do believe I read that the developers are working on the Japanese side of this conflict. Let me read this through for you. Following the treacherous and unexpected Japanese attack on the U.S. naval base in Pearl Harbor, on the morning of December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, the U.S. territories in the Pacific began falling one by one to the Japanese invasion. As the U.S. struggles to bring together its naval forces in the Pacific and prepare retaliation, you have to take the role of the Admiral Chester William Nimitz, newly appointed Commander-in-Chief, U.S. Pacific Fleet. Your task is to bring together U.S. naval forces demoralized by a series of disgraceful defeats, strengthen them, heighten their spirits, and prepare to turn the tide of the Pacific War. By employing thought-through strategy and shrewd tactical moves, by providing your troops with the newest equipment to date, by exploiting enemy weaknesses, you have to retake all territories seized by the Empire of Japan in the Pacific and then invade their homeland. The whole world should know what happens when one dares to attack the United States of America. That's right, everybody. America. All right, let's start this game. From the Commander-in-Chief, United States Fleet, Admiral Ernest King, to the Commander-in-Chief, United States Pacific Fleet, Admiral Chester Nimitz, the situation in the Pacific Theater has deteriorated repeatedly. Over the last 4 months, the Japanese have seized vast operational areas and are now on the verge of invading Australia. The Port Moresby base in New Guinea is the last obstacle in their way. Its loss would be a catastrophe, for our defense in the Pacific Southwest sector. Intelligence report a group of Japanese transport ships which are being escorted by a carrier will soon be heading to Port Moresby for a troop landing and deployment. Further, be advised, 2 Japanese carriers left the base and Rabaul. They are soon to have been ordered to the Coral Sea to provide air cover for the landing operation. The Southwest Sector Command, General MacArthur, will try to hold Port Moresby at all costs. Unfortunately, his forces are insufficient to carry this out. Only the Navy can stop the Japanese. I command you to send a carrier task force to the Coral Sea to detect and destroy the Japanese invading forces. From Admiral Nimitz to Admiral King, I sent Task Force 17, including Carrier Yorktown, to intercept the anticipated Japanese attack. Admiral Fletcher reports, Task Force 17 has reached the designated location. Great, your next step will be to join forces with Task Force 11 located near the island of San Cristobal. To establish contact, your ships must arrive at the specified area. Upon uniting our fleet, locate and eliminate the Japanese forces according to the intelligence reports. The enemy is expected to attack from the north. Bear in mind that after bombing of Pearl Harbor, every major naval vessel counts. Under no circumstances can we allow for the loss of the Yorktown. Without such a valuable combat unit, our defeat will be imminent. All right, so there are a couple options that we can do here in settings. So right now I have hexes enabled. However, I believe we can disable hexes for to be able to see things a little bit easier. So for graphics, let's see if we can actually figure out how to do that. Texture quality, shadows, footage, post-processing, effects. Nope, that wasn't it. Maybe it was at game. Hexes on map, enabled, disabled. So we can do it like this. Turn the game. And then we'll see hexes when we go to move, but not when we're not moving. So it makes for a little bit prettier. Whoops. It's a tiny bit on the prettier side. Ammunition and fuel icons. Next, that's info. So we get these little info units that pop up that help you determine and decide what to do. So green icons on the minimap is us. Blue is allies, which will be MacArthur's men, and the red up here is Japanese forces. I'm assuming that would be Rabal up there. So we are going to move our units. First things first, let us move north. Our units move like that, pretty slow, so in order to speed up movement orders, I'm going to double click. We have established contact with Task Force 11. Great, take command of all ships. Yorktown alone will not stand a chance against the Japanese, but a joint force with 2 carriers has a good chance of winning this battle. A Japanese recon aircraft has been sighted close to our task force. It cannot be allowed to escape. I do not want to alert the Japanese High Command with the advanced news of our attack. Send fighters to intercept the enemy plane. We will definitely do that. Let's first move the rest of our forces. Double-clicked. As you see, they move quicker when you double-click up. Like that, see? Much quicker on the move. We will, however, get our Wildcat into the air, and our Wildcat will go after this bad boy right here. All right. The aircraft has been shot down. Great. We made sure he was not able to reveal our location, and we get victory points and prestige. Prestige and victory points are used after the end of the battle to advance and the skills of your Admiral, Admiral Nimitz, and to also buy new units, upgrade units, things of that nature. Moving on here. First things first is... that's right, I don't think we can move anybody. That is right! We have to end our turn, because we already moved all of our forces. From General MacArthur to Admiral Nimitz, my pilots spotted a group of Japanese transport ships and warships heading to Talugi Island. Apparently, they are planning to seize the island. Our garrison does not stand a chance against an attack. However, your fleet is capable of overpowering any invading forces. Now would be the perfect time for intervention. The troops on their transport ships are extremely vulnerable. You should help my people protect Talugi. I would rather not take the reports of MacArthur's army pilots at face value. They are not accustomed to naval operations and could give us an inaccurate assessment of the situation. We have to send our reconnaissance float plane to scout the area around that island. This is something that we can actually do and do well. So first we're going to move up our carrier task force here. Let's get our... Let's move our fighter. I'm gonna park a fighter right here. We're gonna land him. This allows him to refuel and rearm. Carriers up, carriers up. All right, so one of the perks that we have with Admiral Nimitz, who is on board the Colorado class battleship here, It is our headquarters, as it says right down here, Headquarters Battleship, Colorado class. We have float planes. This is a skill that our admiral has. We are going to use the float plane. And then we are going to, they said to the north, so we're going to move up here, have our float plane fly up and see what it can see. More info cards. We're going to double click. Good news, we know for sure what is going on around Talugi. So we got more points. This is great. So we know we've got invasion forces right here. These are Kagero class destroyers. We have to deal with those. We are going to move our subs. I have plans for my submarines. I am going to put them in positions. Just moving the rest of my destroyers, which we do have Clemson class destroyers. And we have Gato class submarines. Now, we are going to send our Dauntless class. Let's target, and with dive bombers, you can actually choose what you are targeting. I'm gonna target their anti-aircraft when I do drop my bombs here to try and maximize damage. They get to do a defense roll. We actually lost 2 there. We took some damage. Move him out and over, so when they go to roll, they can only attack us once. Wait, Dauntless are torpedoes, right? No, Devastators are torpedoes. Dauntless are dive bombers. All right, let's do this again. Let's target their AA once more. Come on, I want to move. There we go. All right, now we have... see this red right here? His AA is pretty damaged. I should not really have to worry about him affecting the hit points on my planes. So we are going to now send our torpedo planes, and they're going to make a torpedo attack. Our Devastators are moving. All right, we did all right there. How do I want to do that? Move that off. Another Devastator. I forgot to click torpedo. So they are going to just drop a bomb, actually. Which wasn't too bad. They hurt their torpedoes. Let's go ahead and... So we got some Wildcats. I don't... Yeah, let's send the Wildcats up. Wildcats can do little strafing runs, as you can see, which did nothing. So we'll do it one more time. Maybe we can get lucky and get another... Oh, we can't actually attack that guy. All the hexes are being used. Wait a minute. Is it because I have this Wildcat still in the way? I do. There we go. I had to move that Wildcat off. There we go. Now we can do one more run. Okay, there we go. We took out, we damaged torpedo tubes and depth charges. That'll help. So that is a crap ton of airplanes in front of them. Everybody's gotten their movements. Let's end the turn and let the Japanese roll. They're going to obviously shoot at our planes. All right, same thing. We can click and speed up the movement of the AI. And that is what we will do. All right, we need to take this, no. This guy, and we need to land him. At random, you get a view change, which is kind of nice, like that. So, but we're gonna land him. And he is going to resupply and heal up a little, I hope. Because I got pretty beat up there. Same goes for this guy. At nighttime, your visibility is decreased. But with the help of a submarine, we can see what is happening. We're going to try and take out these transport ships that did not sink. There we go. Let's move again. Submarine moves over. All right, so we found another destroyer. I don't want my destroyers to be in a position. Let's move up the battleship. Battleships can fire multiple times in a turn. So we're going to use her guns to our advantage. Let's hit it. As you can see, the destroyer isn't even hurting our battleship. We can't see because nighttime what kind of damage we're doing, but I'm sure we are doing wonderful damage. Absolutely wonderful damage. All right, we're going to move our sub over here. And we're going to keep hitting this target. There we go. All right. We took that one out. Let's move up, move our sub up again. All right, we got another target. And let's move our carrier over. Let's move our carrier. Let's keep moving our carriers. All right, so we can do one more move here. We can bring our Clemson destroyers inside of torpedo range. So that's what we're going to do, and we are going to torp this Kagero. Nothing. I've noticed this torpedo process isn't very effective, but it does appear, as of right now, that we got to score a hit of some kind. Ouch. Keep on moving. We're going to keep focusing down this one destroyer. Once we knock out the destroyers, I can just use my planes however I want. I don't have to worry about any AA cover on these transport ships. Yeah. There we go. hopefully I didn't screw myself. I played this differently than I did the last go-round. I'm targeting the destroyers, and I'm worried I probably should have targeted the transport ships instead of the destroyers. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to attempt to use these. All right, there we go. We're going to use our planes. See if we can take out these transport ships. At least this one. This is the one that's closest to... Come on, move over. Nope. There's one thing, you left click for everything. And that's how you move, that's how you select ships. So when you need to select a ship that's in the same area, it's kind of... Ugh. Let's move that over. Oh my goodness, we're going to be very close to being able to actually sink this guy. Oh, my doggy says hi. We're going to be lucky. I feel like we're going to be lucky. We do have, actually, we might be able to just pull this off and sink this one. Let's bring out that Wildcat. That's right. How about these Wildcats? Do we have one that's... No, we do not. I thought we had a plane. I want my planes! Here we go. We'll have this Wildcat strafe the transport. Maybe it's everything we need. Yep. Awesome. Transport done. And we'll now torpedo this guy. That's fine. You can do whatever you want with that, buddy. I'm gonna move my submarine out of here so he doesn't get hurt. All right. I think we have one more. There we go. We're gonna leave you in. And all right, now we are going to end turn. Let the Japanese roll. Quit shooting my guy. Yeah, there's no sub there, buddy. See, those torpedoes always just 0 for almost everything they do. See, they even rolled a 0 on their torpedo attack. Another 0 on torpedo. And that's one of the things I would argue for... Uh-oh. I'd argue, or at least make a case to the developer to make a change. There. Sir, we have intercepted a radio exchange between the ships of a large Japanese fleet northwest of Tolugi Island. It is moving southward. The Japanese main carrier force approaches. We will engage and destroy it. And it would, you know, maybe there's something in the background I'm not seeing where destroyers, because they're nimble little things, torpedoes just aren't going to work. And if that's the case, then hey, that's fine. That's great. Let's sink this guy. All right, no more destroyer. We got another one over here, though. And let us move you over to here. Phooey. What what do we have? A Devastator once more. Let's do a Torp run on this Kagero. It did nothing. That's weird. All right, see? Little bugs. That did nothing for whatever reason, and it should have. So let's land that guy down. What do we have here? We have another Dauntless. Let's target AA. And then we'll land this Dauntless as well. Some little fighter support. All right, destroyers are done. Let's move our planes. We're going to land them real quick on our carriers for the next roll. Let's speed up that. We can land you over here. Land you. All right, what do you have on board? You have one Devastator. You have a Wildcat. Up in the air you go. That Wildcat is in the air. We need to find another Wildcats. So we know we have a cat carrier task force running around. So let's get defensive flights in order here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay. Now let's move our submarines. And this sub, let's get over here. We can use your little eyesight. Nope. All right, so we're gonna launch another spotter because we need to find that carrier group. Nothing. Okay. Let's oh my goodness, I've almost forgotten. We've got a we got some little marine problems going on here. Oh, they're in base, they're protected. These guys will waste themselves out right here. Can I do anything with you guys? No. Can I unclick? Can I use Devastators? Nope. Nope, because we just landed them. Oh well. Oh, there we go. We use this. Bump. Okay, and can we do anything here? No. I feel like I'm missing something, just something. Okay, oh well. All right, end of turn. Let's see what the Japanese do. We did find their units. Oh, they captured a little basey base. Well, that's not going to work out well for them. Leighton, sir, according to the radio intercepts, enemy carriers are preparing to launch an attack on our ships, transport ships Nyoso and the destroyer Sims, bound for Port Moresby. The Japanese mistakenly identified them as a carrier and a cruiser. We must protect our convoy. I couldn't agree more. Nonetheless, I have to point out that sending carrier-based aviation against Neoso and Sims would temporarily leave the Japanese carriers helpless. It would be a perfect moment for us to take out the enemy carriers. We have crushed the Japanese invasion force at Tulugi is safe. Tulugi is safe. Well done. For the first time during this war, our Navy gave the Japanese their due. I hope that we will build on this victory, and then we get reward and prestige points. All right, this looks like a good moment to stop. I will continue this first let's play through in future episodes. If you like what you see, any comments about this brand new early let's play, just post it down below. I've been in touch with the developer. They know I'm going to be doing a let's play. I haven't gotten any kind of official sponsorship or anything from them. It may not come at all. But hopefully they will watch this let's play, and any bugs that do pop up, comments that viewers want to leave, maybe they'll see that as well. So by all means, comment down below. Let me know what you think. And like and subscribe. I will be putting out new content along this line and others. As always, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you on the next one.